All right, let's talk about Matt Patricia controversial take on pass rushing. All right, or pass rushers. We back, Martin C Sports Talk. Y'all know I was gonna chime in on this one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Don't forget you check my other channel out, Goodfellas Sports TV, for more sports news, music, entertainment. Check me out over there on YouTube, Goodfellas Sports TV. And don't forget, check out the Detroit Lions playlist, Piston playlist, college sports playlist. We got you covered the entire board. Current news playlist. I'll start turning up on some news around Detroit pretty soon. Just give me one little bit more time. But yeah, Matt Patricia made some controversial comments about pass rushing, and kind of gives you some insight on his philosophy on pass rushing at the Senior Bowl. And also he chewed out Shea Patterson. And you know, I don't think Shea Patterson is gonna get drafted, but every Michigan fan dislikes Shea Patterson, but that's another conversation for another day. But he says, you know, according to Justin Rogers, he said going through the senior broadcast with Patricia mic'd up, found this quote to a defensive end interesting. Patricia says, "No one that rushes the passer well uses finesse. It's all power." That's like one of the biggest lies ever, but that's what he thinks. That's the New England way. The New England, like, big, strong, physical defensive linemen, pass rushers, and linebackers. Look at the team. Look how Kyle Van Noy fit them in New England with Patricia. They like those big, physical, downhill, thick linemen and linebackers and guys of that nature. That's a lie. Javon Curse, Simeon Rice, Frank Clark, the spin move that Dwight Freeney uses. Khalil Mack used power, speed. Sometimes you can convert power into speed. Sometimes you can use a bull rush. That's power. Sometimes you can use a spin move like Freeney. Rip and go. Swim move, which, you know, I really don't, you know, recommend, especially if you don't have a rib cage on. I learned the hard way many years ago. So his philosophy is he want big, physical, slow, strong guys. You know, and at one point in time in the league, and sometimes it works for the league, But now you got Lamar Jackson, you got Russell Wilson, you got guys like Patrick Mahomes, you got Aaron Rodgers at one point that was very, very mobile. You got guys, you know, that's like Steve Young that could be mobile, and the young John Elway that was mobile, and even a young Favre that was pretty mobile as well too. Michael Vicks and the Cunninghams and Tavares Jackson. Them big, slow linemen, pass rushers is not going to cut the cake, but that's their philosophy. That's his philosophy. He like the maulers. You know, he don't like the electricity off the edge, and that's why I said one of the reasons why Chase Young may not be necessarily a fit. Jonathan Simmons may not necessarily be a fit to be that hybrid outside linebacker defensive end like Devin Kennard. They like those big, slow dudes. But the problem with it is they like these big, slow dudes to play linebacker and to play defensive line, but they don't stop the run. That's the problem. They don't stop the run. You know, you can't be big and brute if you don't have no strength. The defense don't seem to be strong in the front end. That's why they like Christian Jones. That's why they got to buy. But you want big, slow outside linebackers, but you want to play a ton of man-to-man coverage. You want to play a ton of coverage in the back end. I don't understand it, but that kind of give you a peek until around the corner to the NFL draft is what he gonna say about Chase Young, or he wasn't the right fit for our system. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's seen that coming. I mean, he didn't have to say it for me to grasp what his system is about. Mike Vrabel, Teddy Bruschi, Richard Seymour, you know what I'm saying? Guys of that nature. They have very, very few guys like Javon Curse and Simeon Rice, guys that was freaks off the edge. Chandler Jones was their only real freak, but he really wasn't that. He was fast for an end, but he really was a 4.7 guy. Maybe even a 4.8 guy, if I remember correctly. He wasn't real strong. He wasn't real fast off the edge. So, you know, kind of seeing how this team is built, it lacks speed defensively. In the back end, they got some speed back there. You know, they adequate. They around league average in speed in the back end. When I say the back end, I mean the DBs, the nickel corner, starting corners, dime corner. the safeties. You know, they got some adequate speed back there. But up front, other than Jared Davis, they slow. A'Shawn Robinson can't stand him. He sucked. I don't see what people seeing him slow. Harrison, he a plugger. He supposed to be slow. Hand for a 3 technique, he pretty athletic, the defensive tackle. For defensive end, he adequate. He more of a Trey Flowers type. Trey Flowers not that athletic off the edge or that fast off the edge. In this league, where you got to go hunt down a Lamar Jackson or you got to go get a Patrick Mahomes, you need speed off the edge. But as far as pass rushing moves and to go into context of content about that, it's guys that use finesse rushes. No one that rushes the passer well in this league use finesse moves. Man, bull crap. Like I said before, Dwight Freeney made a living off his spin move. That's a finesse move. That's not power. That's not a bull rush. You know what I'm saying? You can use finesse or you can use power to set up finesse. You can use finesse moves to set up power. That's a lie. That just kind of give you a little thing, little input. You get a little look into how you think. He's an idiot. Rocket science ain't got nothing to do with football. You could be the smartest guy in the world and not being able to coach a football team. You got to be football smart. Just like you could be the smartest guy in the world and get ate alive in a concrete jungle in the streets. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't street smart or you ain't hood smart, it ain't going to work. The Lions want to be strong and physical up front. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want to do. They want to dominate you with their size. He still got that old man mentality. Speed rushers, you got them. Lawrence Taylor, you ever seen him? Lawrence Taylor off the edge. Electric. Yeah, he can convert, he got power moves. He has speed, he had the complete package. He had the complete, but then now you see why they don't draft certain guys now. Now you see why they like Devin Kennard and they didn't like other certain guys that play that defensive end. You see why they won't probably take Jonathan Simmons. You see why they won't take Chase Young. They want these big, strong guys. They want these big, girthy guys that's slow, but the league is going into another direction. You gotta have speed in this league. You gotta be able to go sideline to sideline. These athletic quarterbacks, these athletic receivers. But like I said before, I'm telling you, man, the Lions just find some of the dumbest coaches I've seen. Now it's not an indictment on his intelligence as a rocket scientist. His intelligence as a father, his intelligence as a man, as a family man, I don't know him. But football IQ, I could watch the games. I could watch the personnel they put in here. They stupid. I'm telling you, I can do a better job of finding personnel than Bob Quinn all day. Matt Patricia is a grade A idiot when it comes to football. I'm convinced. He got a system that he locked into. But the problem with his system is, without Belichick, it don't work. But I knew in New England, all over the years, all these neck rolls, slow linebackers that they had, and slow in a big physical lineman, that's what they want to do. The Rob Ninkovich is coming off the end, and the Seymour's coming off the end, and they don't want too many athletes. Over the years, they had Dante Hightower, Chandler Jones. They had a few athletes out there, but they want to be big and strong and stout in the middle. But now, before I get off, now you see how the New England was built this year, right? What was the New England Patriots' Achilles heel? See, you got to be able to evolve in the NFL. What was their Achilles heel? Their Achilles heel this year was athletic quarterbacks. They lost to Watson. They lost to Mahomes. They lost to Lamar Jackson. Even Ryan Tannehill was pretty athletic. You know what I'm saying? He used to be a receiver at Texas A&M. Now the league is changing. You got to change your philosophy to beat what the league is now. You're not going to win with these slow players that you got. That's why New England was getting towed up by athletic quarterbacks. But what do I know? Matt Patricia's the rocket scientist, man. But let me know what y'all think about the comments. Shout out to Justin Rogers. He do a good job. Him, Dave Burkett, Rob Beard for the Pistons. They do amazing jobs, man. So salute to them. They don't get enough credit. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Don't forget, check out the channel Wild for more sports talk. Goodfella Sports TV. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, Motor City.